Okay, we are on question 20 of our guided notes, which is going to be the first key concept of this unit. So, key concept number one, these are like essential ideas, very important things that we will build upon throughout the unit. So, key concept number one is about energy and matter. You need to copy this in your notes. The movement of energy can be tracked by observing the changes the energy causes to matter. So, pause and copy this down. All right, so remember, energy is invisible. You can't see it. The only way that you can observe and study energy is by looking at the changes that it causes to matter. So, we're going to do a couple different labs and activities to try to observe energy indirectly by observing what it does to matter. So, we're going to work in groups to identify that light carries energy. We can't see the energy, we just have to observe the changes that it causes. So, today's hypothesis, question 21, I want you to copy the hypothesis down. So, our hypothesis is if light can carry energy and energy is the ability to cause a change, then light should be able to cause a change. So, copy this down. So if we can prove that light can cause a change, and we know that energy is the ability to cause a change, this will prove that light can carry energy. So we're going to do 3 experiments that can prove that light carries energy by proving that light can cause changes. So our goals, you don't have to copy anything down because there's no red bolded guided notes thing up here. Our goal is to collect data about light and if it can cause changes or not. We'll make a claim about the light, the energy, and the changes. We'll use the data collected to provide evidence about our claim, and reasoning. We'll use data and evidence to support or refute our claim. So, our first activity that we're going to do, question 22. If you look here, it says photo paper experiment. Sorry, my numbering here got messed up. This should be A, B, C, D. I'll go back and fix it after this video. So we're going to need to carefully handle the paper without touching it, or at least touching the corners of it. What we're going to do is we are going to put objects on the paper. It could be a cutout shape, like if you cut out shapes from other papers. It could be keys, grass, leaves, pencils, scissors, tokens, coins, paper clips, whatever. We're going to tape it to this piece of photo paper, and we're going to take it outside and lay it in the sun. We want the objects taped to the paper, and then we're going to tape the paper to the sidewalk so that if there's any breeze, our objects don't blow off the paper, and the paper won't blow over and flip upside down. You need to be taping to the dark side of the paper. So go ahead and pause. We're going to get some paper and go outside and do that step. All right, our second experiment. Don't worry about writing anything down in these questions yet. I'm just going to give the instructions for how we're going to do the experiment, and then you can return to answer the questions once the experiment is done, because 2 of them require waiting for 10 to 20 minutes. So our second experiment is the temperature experiment. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a thermometer underneath the lamp, and we're going to put a thermometer off to the side, not underneath the lamp. The one under the lamp is going to be referred to as the test thermometer. The one outside is going to be called the control thermometer. This one is not under a light bulb, and so this one will be the one we use to compare. So we're going to be looking at the starting temperature and the ending temperature of both of these thermometers, and we're going to then use it to calculate the change in temperature. If the temperature changes under the light bulb and it doesn't in the control one, that tells us that the light is causing the change and that light carries energy. So go ahead and pause and set this experiment up with the thermometers under the light and off to the side. Make sure you remember to take the starting temperature of both. Okay, the third experiment we're going to do is this solar toy. So there's this solar toy. This one's pretty simple. You're just going to shine a light on the toy and see if any changes occur when the light hits the toy.